For today's writing lesson, you are going to be doing a free write all about someone who is special to you. So, what I want you to do today is to think back to your heart map and go back and look at it if you need, and think about all the special people that there are in your life, your family members, your friends, maybe a pet, a teacher, classmates. Think about all the different people that are special in your life and choose one person today. And you are going to think of all the different moments you've had with this person. Think about the special times, the funny times, the sad times, the times they taught you how to do something or you taught them how to do something. And you're going to choose one small moment that you have with this person and you're going to write about it. You're going to write as much as you can remember about it. But remember, a small moment is just like a watermelon seed. If you're talking about every single thing you've done with this friend, that's the whole watermelon. If you decide to only write about your year in second grade with this friend, well, that's like a slice of the watermelon, like a big chunk of the watermelon. Now, if you were to talk about maybe your first day of school in second grade meeting this friend, well, that would be one of the small triangle slices of the watermelon. Now we need to pull out that watermelon seed. So maybe the story you're going to focus on is that immediate moment when you walked into your classroom, that first day of school, and you were unpacking and you met them right then. You saw them, you found out what their name was. That's the watermelon seed. You're just going to write about that small moment as you're walking into the classroom, meeting them, and maybe choosing to sit next to them. So really focus on just the small watermelon seed of your story. So I want you to brainstorm right now. And if you have to, pause this video and go back to your heart map. You might have your heart map inside your writer's notebook, or it might be saved in your Google Drive from last week's lesson. So if it's in your Google Drive, go back to your heart map. In your documents, pull it up and look at all the different people that you've listed. So I'm going to look at my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, my nephew Connor, my grandma. I have my best friends, and I have the dog that I had growing up. I think I might choose to write a story about my best friend, Hillary. So I'm going to now think of all the memories that I have with Hillary. I'm going to think about, and if you want, you can list them out in your notebook too. I did this before I got on with you today. So I have the day that we met, her wedding. Her and I in college, we went on spring break. We took a trip to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina together, and some funny things happened because the weather was a little crazy when we went on that trip. Then when she moved to Hawaii, I went and visited her in Hawaii. When I met her daughter for the first time, she and I have phone calls all the time, and we are on the phone for like 2 hours at a time. So there's so many different phone calls I could talk about of our fun times. There's also the time we had our first fight and what that was like. There was her 21st birthday, and I helped her plan her party, and we went shopping for her dress and ordered big cupcakes. And then we went to this fancy dinner together where we got to get super dressed up. We took a limo, and that was really fun. It was this big charity dinner that we got to go to. There's so many different moments I could write about. I'm going to choose just one for today. I can always write other stories of our other moments together later on, but I'm just going to choose one for right now. So I think I'm going to talk about the day that we had our very first day together. Or the day that we first met. So that very first day together as meeting. So I'm going to think about the day I met Hillary, and I'm just going to start writing. And don't worry if you make mistakes, spell things wrong. What we want to do is we want to write fast and furious and just get as much down on the paper as you possibly can. Think about every little detail, every little thing that happened, the things that people said, what you felt, what the room looked like, or maybe you were outside. So write every little detail that you can think of. So I'm going to do this about the day I met Hillary. I'm going to write down as much as I can. I'm going to write for maybe about 10 minutes. So if you want, get a phone or an iPad, set a timer, ask someone who's around you to set a timer for you, and write for 10 minutes. And just get as much down as you can about this one moment. Don't jump and go to another moment, just this one moment. And you can choose to either write it by hand on a piece of paper in your notebook, so writing directly in your writer's notebook, or if you don't have your writer's notebook with you and you would like to, there's a document, a Google Doc right in this lesson in your Google Classroom, and you can type your story in there. Or if you know how to do voice typing and you'd rather do that, you can do that. But if you have your writer's notebook with you, get it out, open up to the very next blank page. So don't just skip around the very next blank page, and either grab a pencil or a pen. In writing, sometimes I like to write best with pen instead of pencil. So get writing, have so much fun, get all your ideas down, and I cannot wait to see the stories that you write about your special person. Remember, 10 minutes, write fast, write furious. Don't worry about spelling, just try your best. Have fun.